Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to begin the funeral service. We ask for those that have a cell phone or pager, if you could turn it to the silent mode. Officiating today is Rabbi Eliezer Damarsky.
מזמור לדוד, אדוני רואי לא יחסור, בנוסדך ירביצני על מי מנוחוס ינחלני, נפשי שובב ינחני במעגלי צדק למען שמו, גם כי אלה בגיא צל מוות לא ירא רע, כי אתה עמדי, שבתך ומשענתך המה ינחמוני. תערוך לפני שולחן נגד צרריי, דשנת והשמן ראשי, כוס רוויה. אך טוב החסד ירדפוני כל ימי חיי, ושבתי בבית אדוני לאורך ימים. There are some people who live their life in a slow, measured pace, going from one planned achievement to another, as if they know how much time they have. And it seems like everything is planned. First I'll do this, then I'll do this, then I'll get married, then I'll have children, then I'll do that. But some people take from life everything what life has to offer, all the beautiful, wonderful things, and they want them now, and they want everything now, here and now. And the truth is, none of us knows how much time we will have here. And therefore, if life offers good opportunities, it makes sense not to wait and to take it, because opportunities might not come again. And Vitaly lived his life in this way. He wanted to experience, to enjoy everything what life has to offer. He didn't want to wait, he didn't want to plan, he wanted everything now. He was this kind of person who saw the opportunities, who saw the beautiful things life has, and he wanted them here and now. And therefore he lived in a very fast pace with so many interests, so many things he wanted to enjoy, he wanted to experience. Even sports, hockey and snowboarding. And he loved being outside and hiking, to see life, to see beautiful places, to experience, to breathe, to see beautiful views, the sunset and sunrise. And above all, he enjoyed people, being with people. And all of you here is a testimony. He had so many friends. He was able to connect to so many people, and not just people his age, from youngest to oldest. I know how much he loved Ellie, Ethan, his nephews. And person in his age, usually we notice children only once we have our own. But it wasn't him. He was able to literally go down to their level and communicate and connect with them. From youngest to oldest. I know how he loved Luba, his grandmother. There was no day that he wouldn't call and wouldn't talk. And his love and connection and gratitude a grandson to a grandmother. And between them are his parents and his sister, Gena and Marina, Irina and Tony. This is his family. This is his closest people. This is his safety net, if you wish. This is the people who gave him unconditional love, telling him time and time again, we love you, we're with you, we will be with you through anything, through everything. We love you no matter what. We'll support you in your struggle. We'll celebrate your successes. And it will be painful for us together with you to go through challenges and setbacks. And they were with him always. And that's why it's very painful. It's very sad to mourn a young life. Vitaly really lived to fullest, and he accomplished and experienced in such a short time that sometimes takes many, many years for other people. And I know that together with the pain and with this void, we will always remember this beautiful soul, his personality, his warmth and love, the wonderful person who came like a bright star. He came, illuminated the world, made it better, made it warmer, made it brighter, and disappeared. It is my honor to invite Tony to say a few words. And any of you, if you wish to say something, please let us know right away.
Thank you. So for those that don't know me, my name is Tony Cologne. I'm Vitaly's brother-in-law. My wife, Irina, is Vitaly's only sibling. My kids are Ellie and Ethan, his niece and nephew. I want to thank the Bogomolnys who asked me to speak on their behalf. I want to make this a little lighthearted. So Vitaly was a man of many nicknames. Whether you called him V, Vit, Vitaly, Vitalik, or Uncle V, we all knew he would be there if you needed him. He had a big heart, and he was also a man of many phone numbers. I remember looking through my contacts this week and I see text messages from Vitaly. I'll miss those. Anyone that knew him knew that he loved adventure and nothing was off limits. He loved the outdoors, whether it was snowboarding or skiing with Gene, hiking with friends, or just being one with nature. Another thing about Vitaly is he made friends wherever he went. I first started dating Irina, and I remember I wanted to get to know him better. So I went to play basketball with him. We showed up at a random court, and he literally knew everybody on the team. I'll also never forget, after that game, we went to go get Gatorade, and in typical Vitaly fashion, he offered to pay for my drink. Little did he know, he left his wallet at the basketball court, and I picked it up. He goes, he has both Gatorades in hand, he's ready to pay, and he's like, "Oh, I have no wallet." He looked at me and I said, "Is this yours?" And if Marina had $1 for every time Vitaly lost his wallet, she'd be a millionaire. My other favorite story is, some of you may know, I went to Irina's house. I texted her father and said, can I have lunch with you? I'm bringing my father over. That was a little awkward because I'd never been in their house without Irina. And so we sit down, there's a huge spread on the table, and I asked them, I'm nervous, and I asked Marina and Gene for their daughter's hand in marriage. In typical Gene fashion, he goes, "I told you, Marina, we should have brought champagne." And then Marina looks at me with a straight stare and says, "What are you going to do if she says no?" And without skipping a beat, Vitaly said, "If she says no, I'll marry you." I'm happy that I was able to take him to his first Bears game, Bulls, and Hawks games. I'll miss those. Although we rooted for the same teams, there was one debate we had since I've known him. Some of you might appreciate this, is we always battled who was a better rapper, Tupac or Notorious Big. That's one debate I don't think we'll ever solve. He also loved his niece and nephew. Just last week, they were FaceTiming, and my daughter was teaching him how to use FaceTime filters. Vitaly was genuinely curious. They went on to talk for almost an hour. We're going to miss those. In closing, Irina wanted to share a song for her brother, a quote for her brother. In the end, the love that you take is equal to the love you make. We'll miss you, Vit.
Thank you. We're here today to accompany Vitaly on his journey. As much as he loved to travel, this is one special journey that he's taking. And I just want to remind you a story that our rabbis share. A story about life and death. It's a story about when a person was summoned to the court, to the king. And usually when you get this subpoena to the king, it's not good news. And the friend was obviously very nervous, and he wanted somebody to come with him. And he asked his family to join him. And they say, "We would love to, but we can't." He asked his closest friend to join him, to come with him, to talk on his behalf to a king. And his friends told him, "As much as we would love to help you, we accompany you till the gates of the palace, but we cannot go further." And then some neighbor that he really wasn't and valued so much and didn't think of him much, to his surprise, he said, "You know what, I will go with you. I will go you till the gate, through the gate, into the palace, and I'll talk on your behalf." And they went, and his neighbor said a good word for him, and everything was okay. And the rabbi said, this is a story about us, about our life, and about the day when we get summoned. And when we get summoned to the king, we're nervous. We want somebody to come with us. And to our surprise, things that we valued in this life not necessarily would be able to go with us and advocate for us. The material possessions, other things that come and go, which we valued so much, in the end, they stay here. And even people, our family, our friends, they will go. They will go like we will go today, but they'll go to their certain line that they cannot cross. We'll accompany him till a certain point, and then we cannot go further. But there are things, accomplishments what we call mitzvahs. It's things that we do for other people, which at that time we don't think of them much. A good word, a phone call, a text, a help, a pay for a drink, not a big deal. But we would be surprised that when time comes, these are the friends, these mitzvahs, these merits, they will stay with us and they will go with us further than any person can go. What we accomplished, what we did to other people, these are our friends that will go with us till the king's palace, through the gate, and will advocate for us. And Vitaly has these friends. He accomplished a lot in a short time. He has a lot of merits. He did a lot of good things to other people. And these merits, these mitzvahs will stand, will be with him, will go through the gate, will go before the king, and will pray for his soul to achieve the highest possible place amongst the most righteous. May his memory be a blessing. I will say this final prayer. I would ask everybody rise, and in the end, answer Amen. Please rise. El male rachamim, shoichen bamrovamim. Hamtze menucha nechona, al kanfei ashchina. B'malos gdoshim v'torim, ki zohar rakia mazhirim. Es nishmas Vitaly ben Gennady shalach la'olamo. Bavur shemishpochta titen litzdok bat askoras nishmaso. Began Eden tihyeh menuchaso. Lachen bal harachamim, yastirehu b'seser knafav le'olamim. ויצרור בצרור החיים אס נשמתו, אדוני הוא נחלתו, וינוח בשלום על משכבו, ונאמר אמן. Amen. Please take your seats. Thank you.
This concludes the service here at our chapel. The interment will take place at Sunset Memorial Lawns in Northbrook. For those who will be driving in the cemetery, we'll be lining up in the parking lot. We ask that you have your headlights and hazard lights on while driving in procession, especially with this weather. Drive as close as safety permits to the vehicle in front of you. In a couple of moments, there will be one more speaker. At the conclusion of the interment, the family is inviting everybody to meet at Peter Goff Restaurant on Waukegan in Northbrook.
Friends and family, for those who don't know me, my name is Eugene. Vitaly was my best friend for nearly 30 years, and I would like to share with you our relationship over that time. Vitaly had an exceptional kindness about him. Going back to even when we were kids, when Vic got a new video game, ball, toy, it was like I was getting it too. There was nothing Vic wouldn't share. There's nothing he wouldn't let me play with, and there's nothing he wouldn't let me borrow. He had one of the largest hearts of anyone I've ever known. Vitaly's gift is he could always find common ground with anybody, and there's nobody he couldn't get along with. While I said in the beginning he was my best friend, it's really not even true. Vitaly was my brother. He was my brother in every way a brother could be. Together we joked, played, supported each other, just like brothers do, argued and fought. But we always had each other's back. I always felt like I was a part of his family, and he was always a part of mine. We were always very competitive with one another, whether it was racing bikes, playing FIFA, chess, or basketball. The goal was always to beat one another, and the key was always to rub it in. Now, if I was to be honest, neither one of us was really any good at any of it. But our skills were very similar, and that's what made it so much fun. There's nobody I laughed more than with Vitaly. Sometimes just look at each other and we would start cracking up. When together, even as adults, it was like we never grew up and we were always just kids. We had our own jokes, our own pranks, we even had our own language. And while it seemed strange to others, it made sense to us. No matter what different location we lived in, or how long we didn't see or speak to each other, when we would see each other, we would like to laugh, we would just pick up where we left off. I think what made our friendship so special is that I could totally and utterly be myself around it. He knew all my secrets, insecurities, weaknesses, and strengths, and I knew his. We always accepted each other for who we were. Despite not always agreeing, we never judged each other, and we always knew everything was safe between us. Suppose what I want everybody here to know is that I am proud and I'm grateful. I'm proud and grateful of our friendship. I'm proud and grateful of the many years of laughter, loyalty, trust, and the outside understanding that we'll always be there for one another. I really loved him, and I promise to never forget him.
Again, just a reminder for those who are driving to the cemetery, as the roads are pretty slippery, drive as close to safety permits to the vehicle in front of you, and we'll all get there in a safe manner. If we can all rise and have Vitaly friends come forward who will act as pallbearers.
Somebody wants to speak. One second. У кого есть страх, помогите теперь, здесь постоим машину. Будем очень благодарны. Спасибо большое. Становимся с трех человека. Лицом ко мне. Please, all guys, 6 men come. Move guests.
3 and 3.
По 3 человека с разной стороны становитесь. Еще по одному счету. Пожалуйста, идем за мной.
Just being this one.